Dominica is known for producing some of the finest flavored cocoa in the Western Hemisphere. Keep watching as we spend the day in Calibishie and visit the Point Baptiste chocolate factory. Hi, my name is Nicole, and welcome back to A Day in Dominica. In today's episode, Janae and I embark on a girls' trip in the village of Calibishie. The northeastern coast has the highest concentration of golden sand beaches in Dominica. Batibu Beach is very popular, and several scenes from Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest were filmed on location at Number 1 Beach. But instead of spending time on the beach, we visited a couple hidden gems, including Point Baptiste Chocolate Factory and Blackbeard's Dairy. We will also show you 2 great places to stay and bring you with us as we eat, drink, and sightsee in the community. Calibishie has a thriving community of bed and breakfast style properties, which means we had several options to choose from. We chose 2 and spent the previous night at one of them, Seacliff Eco Cottages. I followed them on Instagram for several months and they've posted photos of the sunrise, but I was still taken aback by what I saw. The sun put on a spectacular show that morning, and we had front row seats on our porch. Seacliff Eco Cottages is a group of 5 solar-powered cottages, all of which can be rented out individually. Each cottage has its own price for high and low season, but prices during the low season range from $115 to $200 US per night, and prices during high season range from $135 to $235 per night. Our cottage was special and actually has 2 levels. The lower level has its own entrance with a small bedroom, bathroom, and kitchenette. However, we stayed on the upper level, which has 1 medium-sized bedroom and bathroom. This was perfect for our girls' trip. We enjoyed the large kitchen, which is equipped with all the amenities one needs to prepare meals. There's also a comfortable living room, which leads to a covered balcony and expansive view of the ocean and mountains. The property itself sits on 2 acres, so there's a whole lot of space to move around. We picked a few leaves from one of the bay leaf trees to make our tea that morning. And then we had breakfast in one of those sitting areas close to our cottage. We had such a fun time. Flies when you're having fun, and by mid-morning we packed up so we could head to our second location. Visit their website at www.seacliffdominica.com for more information and to book your stay. Our second location was just down the street from Seacliff, and its name is Villa Vista. The first thing I noticed was the exotic exterior look. But when we opened the door, what greeted us was more than I expected. Here are some of the stats about the property. Villa Vista is a private 3-bedroom vacation home. The decor is a stylish mix of Mediterranean and Caribbean elements that give the property an air of luxury. But the dark wood and stone floors pale in comparison to the view of the pool deck. Whoa. If ever there was a $1 million view, this was it. The ground floor has 2 bedrooms, a shared bathroom, and a full kitchen with dining area. Don't forget the infinity pool and veranda, which overlook Hodges Bay. You can rent this area for only $275 US per night, which sleeps up to 4 persons. The villa top floor is the master suite and contains a king-size bed, a full bathroom, and a private veranda and jacuzzi. This is basically your honeymoon suite at a 5-star resort. It is beautifully finished. Rent the entire villa for $375 US per night for up to 6 people, or spend $300 US if it's only 2 people. If you're looking for a private getaway with a pool and jacuzzi, look no further than Villa Vista. Visit their website at www.villavistadominica.com for more information. By the time we got out of the water and dried off, it was almost 1 p.m. So we headed into the village for lunch, and Coral Reef Restaurant was our destination. Be warned, I don't think there's a sign that says Coral Reef Restaurant, but you'll know you've arrived when you see the gas cylinders stacked out front. The restaurant is actually at the back of this grocery store, so you'll need to walk through. Authentic Dominican cuisine is what we were looking for, and that's what Coral Reef offers. Choose from meals such as fish, chicken, goat, and shrimp. I ordered the octopus, locally known as shatu, and Janae ordered the fish. We didn't have to wait long before the cook brought out our orders. The food looked and smelled so good that we had to do our little dance and then jumped in. The look on my face says it all, right? It tasted so good and the portions were perfect. We washed it down with some local tamarind juice. What more could one ask for? After lunch, we were stuffed. We needed to walk off that meal. So we left the restaurant, did some window shopping, and 5 minutes later, we came to Chase Lawrence Art Gallery. Chase is a popular local artist. His gallery is right next to his brother's bar, so drop by whenever you have a chance. I love all things chocolate, and I've been waiting to visit the chocolate factory all day. Thankfully, this was our next stop. Driving from Chase's gallery to Point Baptist Chocolate Factory took less than 10 minutes, where Alan greeted us. We opted for the tour, although I really just wanted to eat some chocolate. Alan grows his own cocoa, but he also gets quite a bit of his supply from farmers in the village. He showed us the entire production process, from where the cocoa pods are broken up and stored during fermentation, to the refrigeration of the processed chocolate in the familiar chocolate bath. Of course, along the way, I picked whatever fruit I could get my hands on, including carambolas and Jamaica sugarcane. After showing us the process, it was time to taste it. First, we had some dark chocolate rum truffles. These are basically pieces of chocolate with a rum filling. Next, we had chocolate-covered dry fruit. I opted for the mango and it was heavenly. Alan does not charge for his stores, so we each bought a few bars of chocolate as a way of saying thank you. Before we left the factory, Alan showed us another hidden gem, Point Baptist Chocolate Cottage. It's located above the factory and it was built with all local hardwood from the property. It's a perfect spot for a couple, and the best part is the constant chocolate aromas coming from below. For more information about Alan's chocolate products and the cottage, please visit their website, www.pointbaptist.com. By this time, it was about 3 p.m., still kinda early, so we drove over to Red Rocks, which is just a few minutes away. Red Rocks isn't exactly a hidden gem. It's very popular with visitors and locals alike. But we couldn't be so close and not drop by. As the name suggests, Red Rocks is a large area of red-colored land jutting out into the Atlantic Ocean. It was formed by ancient lava flows that cooled in the sea and then oxidized over the years. The lava was rich in basalt, and basalt is rich in iron. This iron is what rusted and gave the Red Rocks such an interesting color. Before heading down to the rocks, we stopped at the bar, Red Rock Cuisine, and had a shot of Nesta's signature drink, Batman Stamina. The name says it all, and half of a shot glass was more than enough for anyone. The food smelled amazing, but we were not on an eating mission this time. We hit the trail so we could explore Red Rocks for a bit. This was a fun stop. I would recommend Red Rocks and Red Rock Cuisine as a mandatory stop to anyone who visits Calibishie. Our last stop for the day was Blackbeard's Dairy Farm. It's approximately 15 to 20 minutes away from Red Rocks, and the road took us up into the heights of Calibishie, far away from the coast. We got there and we were greeted by the owners, Lauren and Tim, who promptly introduced us to their chickens and ducks. The farm sits on approximately 3 acres, and they typically have 6 chickens, 15 to 30 ducks, depending on the season, and they now have 8 female goats. The garden is laden with flowering plants and fruit trees, and just walking through had a calming effect to me. After chatting for a bit and teasing the birds, our host brought us to see the star of the show, the goats. Unfortunately, there were no baby goats at the time we visited, but all the female goats were pregnant, which means they were very affectionate. Lauren and Tim got into the goat farming business because while in Dominica, they could not find a reliable source of goat cheese. Neither of them had been farmers before, but their love for goat cheese turned out to be a lucrative business idea. Now they produce 3 types of goat cheese: goat milk, dulce de leche, also known as caramel sauce, and you know I just had to taste them all. This was some of the best goat cheese I've ever tasted. Their tagline is, "Happy goat, delicious cheese," and they weren't lying. If you'd like to get your hands on some local goat cheese, you'll have to contact Blackbeard's Dairy directly, either on their farm, via Facebook or WhatsApp at 767-245-4083. Prices range from $15 EC to $50. By now, the sun was setting on a fun day, and we had a long drive ahead of us, so we said goodbye. Calibishie was so much fun, and we didn't even go to the beach. There was just so much to do in this part of the island. Before I forget, I would like to thank everyone for making the day amazing. Amber and Simon of Seacliff Eco Cottages, the Sorrendos and Gwyneth of Vista, Remus and the cooking staff at Coral Reef Restaurant, Chase Lawrence and his brother Brian, Alan of Point Baptiste Chocolate Factory, Nesta at Red Rocks Cuisine, and Lauren and Tim of Blackbeard's Dairy. And thank you for watching this episode. Please share with your friends and family, and I hope this video gives you ideas of places to visit while in Dominica. Go out and explore the nature island. Peace out until next time.
Shot. A few moments later.
I feel like I just swallowed it.
Yeah, we got the